Hello everyone, welcome to Educare 247. Now the SEBI has announced the date for SEBI Grade 8 2020, or I should say 2021. The phase 1 examination will be conducted on 17th January and the phase 2 examination will be conducted on 27th February. Now you have almost 80 to 85 days to complete your preparation before phase 1. Educare 247 is starting a revision lecture series for SEBI Grade A. In our first lecture, we'll be discussing the MCQs of financial market. This series is going to be very useful for your upcoming examination. It will give a boost to your preparation. The financial markets topic is covered under the finance syllabus of SEBI Grade A. You can see here under the financial markets, you have to study primary and secondary markets, forex, money, bond, equity, functions of market, different financial instrument, recent developments in financial market. So that all you have to study under financial markets. The first question of financial markets is, what is the maturity period for cash management bills CMBs? The answer is less than 91 days. That cash management bill is a money market instrument. It was introduced in 2010 by Government of India with the consultation of RBI. The aim of this bill is to meet the temporary mismatches in the cash flow of the Government of India. It has same nature as treasury bill, but it has maturity period of less than 91 days. That is the basic difference between treasury bill and cash management bills. In treasury bill, the maturity period is either 91 days, 182 days or 364 days. So in short, less than 1 year. Treasury bill is also a money market instrument or short-term debt instrument issued by Government of India. It is also called zero coupon securities because on these bills there is no interest, but they are issued at a discounted price and it can be redeemed at the face value at maturity. Like if their price is 100, it will be issued as discounted price as 98 rupees, and once it will mature you can redeem 100 rupees. So that is how the treasury bill works. This is very important. You must remember this important point. The next question is, which of the following organization acts as registry or depository of government security? The answer is Public Debt Office of RBI. So basically PDO of RBI deal with any issues related to government securities, either the issue of interest payment or repayment of the principal amount. So basically this is the office which deal with government securities. Government security is a tradable instrument issued by central government or the state governments. State governments can also issue the government securities. That is very important point. These securities acknowledges the government's debt obligation, and these are called no risk of default because it is backed by government. It is called risk free gilt edged instrument. So that is the keywords. You must remember these keywords. The central government can issue treasury bills and bonds or dated securities, but state government can only issue the bonds or dated securities. They cannot issue the treasury bills. The state government bonds are called state development loans. So that is also very important keywords. Please remember all these keywords. Anything can be asked in your examination. Educare 247 has multiple courses for SEBI Grade A examination. We have comprehensive course for SEBI Grade A 2020. We have MCQ course for SEBI Grade A 2020. It is for paper 2. We have crash course for SEBI Grade A. It is for phase 1 and phase 2. Here paper 2 descriptive English and GA of paper 1 is covered. Here only paper 2 is covered. In comprehensive course we have covered the complete syllabus of paper 1, paper 2, descriptive English, everything. So according to your preparation stage, you can join the courses. You can use the coupon code SEBI to get the discount on comprehensive course and crash course. There is no discount on MCQ course because it is already discounted. The next question is, Government securities can be issued through which of the following electronic platform? The answer is eKuber. So basically government securities are issued through auction conducted by RBI, and the auction are conducted on electronic platform called eKuber, the core banking solution platform of RBI. Commercial bank, scheduled urban cooperative banks, primary dealers, insurance companies and provident fund are the member of this electronic platform. All the members of eKuber can place their bid in the auction through electronic platform, and non-eKuber members including non-scheduled urban cooperative banks can participate in the primary auction through scheduled commercial bank or PDs. They cannot directly participate, but they can participate through scheduled commercial bank and primary members. These are that commercial banks, scheduled UCBs, primary dealers, insurance companies, provident fund. They are called primary members. For this purpose, that urban cooperative banks need to open a securities account with bank or PD, and those accounts are called gilt account. So that is also a very important point. What is gilt account? It can be asked in the examination. You must remember these are the accounts which UCBs maintain with banks or PD for the auction of government securities. So these are very important concept. The next question is, which of the following is not an objective of foreign exchange reserve? The answer is to support country GDP growth. Let us analyze the option here. A option is saying maintaining the exchange rate management. That is definitely an objective of foreign exchange reserve, maintaining the exchange rate. The second option is to support the national currency. That is the main objective of any foreign exchange reserve, to support that country's own currency. The third option is to support the country's GDP growth. That is not the direct aim of foreign exchange reserve. Indirectly, it helps in the growing of GDP, but that is not the direct objective. The fourth option is support external trade at the time of external vulnerability. See, if some crisis is going in the world and if you have decent foreign exchange reserve and you cannot borrow the money from the outside, in that case your trade will go smoothly. So this option is also correct. What is foreign exchange reserves? These are assets dominated in foreign currency and that are held on reserve by the central bank. In case of India, it is RBI. These may include foreign currencies, bonds, treasury bills and other government securities. These are the objectives we have just discussed. Foreign exchange reserve in India are external assets accumulated by India and controlled by RBI in the form of gold, special drawing rights of International Monetary Fund, the amount which can be drawn from the IMF, foreign currency assets, capital inflow of the capital market. If some foreign investors are investing in India, FDI is also the part of this foreign currency assets, or external commercial borrowings, that is also the part of this foreign currency assets. And the fourth thing is reserve position with IMF. So these are the forms in which that foreign exchange reserve can be calculated. These are very important point. Keep all these things in your mind. It can be asked in your examination. The next question is, which of the following is not the feature of primary market? Here not has been asked, so the answer is the primary market does not provide financing to new and the old companies for their expansion and diversification. In contrary, it provides the finances, so this will be the answer in case of not. Let us discuss the difference between primary market and secondary market. The securities that are formally issued in a market are referred to as primary market, whereas when the companies get listed in a stock exchange, the stocks are traded in secondary market. So basically that BSE, Nifty, New York Stock Exchange, those are secondary market where listed companies stocks will be traded. That primary market provides finances to new and the old companies for their expansion and diversification. In contrary, the secondary market does not provide finances to company as they are not involved in any such transaction. In primary market, the investors can purchase the share directly from the company, whereas in secondary market the investors buy and sell the securities among themselves. So that is the basic difference. In case of primary market, investment bankers do the selling. In case of secondary market, the brokers act as an intermediary while trading is done between the two party. If trading is happening, the broker will be intermediary, but we cannot directly get the securities from the company. So these are the basic difference between primary market and secondary market. Please remember all these important points. It can be asked in your examination. Hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have enjoyed the video, like, share and comment and subscribe to Educare 247. Thank you and happy learning.